I'm here with June Nixon. June, tell us where you are currently.
I'm in Melbourne, Australia at the moment, in the middle
Okay,
of winter. Yes,
that's true in the Southern Hemisphere. I am
yes,
8 hours ahead of, or before you, I believe. You are in
that's
afternoon and
correct.
I am morning. And where are you in this room? This is beautiful room.
This is my music room, my work room. It's a Victorian house we live in. It was built 1895. And in that era, there was usually some stained glass somewhere, but we've been very spoiled with the amount of stained glass we have here. My piano, I also have a helped work set up, which is behind where you are at the moment.
And is
So,
this the room where you compose the piece that we are listening
yes,
to? Okay.
yes, it is. Yes.
Do you use the piano to get inspiration, or what is your process for composition?
Process. It's I come in here, lock the door. I lock my husband out, and I lock the cat out, and then I sharpen pencils and hope for the best. Doesn't always happen. A long walk is helpful. What's even more helpful is a long drive in the car, providing I'm not driving. If I'm driving and thinking about things, I'm a real hazard on the road. And it's hard work most of the time, but it's extremely rewarding. I think that's about all I can say. It can be frustrating, but it is rewarding. The first time you see it in print, it's wonderful. And then down the track, people come up and say, oh, I play your so-and-so. Sometimes I play something that I'm not terribly proud of, and I think, oh dear, not that one. But you never know, and it just goes on and on. So it's a big part of my life.
Tell us about this specific piece you were commissioned to write for the AGO. What inspired you to use the hymn tune Saint Anne? Anything you want to say about that?
Well, I think the first thing that inspired me was the email that I received first thing in the morning as I woke up. I looked at my iPad and saw it was, I nearly fell out of bed, really. But I thought, my goodness me, this is a huge privilege. I just couldn't believe it. And once I'd sort of picked myself up off the floor, I remembered that we were going to Kansas City to the AGO. We'd been to a number of them and really enjoyed it. And so I was able to meet with the commissioning people 2 or 3 times, as a matter of fact. And the first thing I said to them was, what I want to do is something that's useful. This is hopefully what I do. Fortunately, it turned out to be that was what they had in mind as well. It was to be a concert piece, but something which could also be useful in churches or perhaps university graduation, something like that. And the other thing was that it have as much colour as possible. I mean, the theme of the convention was to be a kaleidoscope of colour. And I wanted to make as many different colours on the organ as I possibly could within a 5 or 6 minute framework. And then with the trumpets, I've done a little bit of trumpet writing, but not very much. It was a little bit out of my comfort zone. So I got in some professional trumpeters and asked their advice. And we got some colours with the trumpets as well. I guess I should mention that it's also playable with 2 organists if you don't have trumpets at hand.
I see.
But,
So the second organist can play the trumpet parts.
That's quite possible, yes. And I've been really thrilled with what Jens has done and the trumpeters. And the organ is perfect. It has exactly the sounds that I imagined up here. So they've
Yes,
done a
I
wonderful
spoke
job.
with him as well, and he said that in your notes to him that you asked it to be a little more playful and cheeky than
Exactly,
even the
yes.
registration that you had written in the score. So
Yes, exactly. Yes, somebody said to me once, whenever I sing your music, I feel as though I want to laugh. And I think that's good. That's me.
I
I
think
can
that's
live with that. Yeah.
yes, and I
Can
see that you also snuck in a few little American patriotic elements into the piece.
there's a few surprises here and there. Nothing.
Yes, and
Mm.
it's interesting that the Oregon conventions usually fall around July 4th. I've
Exactly.
often said
Yes.
we spend
Yes.
every July 4th at the
Absolutely.
Orton Convention. So,
Yeah.
so I can definitely see why you might have
Yeah.
snuck a few of those
We,
in.
we started going to AGO conventions quite some time ago. I think the first one was Chicago, and we've been to Los Angeles and lots of places. And I had a couple of publishers in England, but I got very interested in walking around the exhibition hall, looking at the various American publishers and the sort of thing that they were publishing. And was there anything that was doing the sort of thing that I do? And the one that I felt was closest to what I do was Paraclete Press. So I've been absolutely delighted that Paraclete Press have taken this on, and it's available immediately the premiere is over. Just type in paracletepress.com, a little bit of an advertisement there. But
Yeah, and do you have a website that people can reach you at?
yes. It's junenixon.com.
Okay,
Easy to remember. Yep.
great. Well, thank you so much for
Right.
speaking to us, and we're looking forward to your piece.
Thank you. I'm looking forward to hearing it too.